Good morning. I would like to call this meeting to order. Thank you for joining us during our weekly virtual MLS breakfast meetings. My name is Tom Zeng of TJ Management. A little about me. My name is Tom Zeng, and I am the March MLS Program Chair. Next page. A few housekeeping tips. All participants will be muted upon entry to the MLS breakfast meeting. And should you have a question or a comment, please remember to enter it into the chat box. Please remember to join us weekly as we will have our virtual MLS breakfast meetings every Thursday at 9 a.m. As always, this meeting is being recorded and will be available online on our YouTube channel, West and Gabriel Valley Realtors. Please remember to follow WSGVR social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also watch all our pre-recorded videos on YouTube. WSGVR introduced a new text message service. For updates, text WSGVR to the number 72727. Next page. CRS Quick Tip, Rules and Regulations Section 8.2. Participants and subscribers filing listings with the MLS shall have a written listing agreement with all necessary signatures in their possession. The Association of Realtors and MLS have the right to demand a copy of written documents to verify the adequacy and the information reported to the MLS at any time. Visit www.go.crmls.org/compliance for more information and resources. Next page. Today's agenda consists of our affiliate spotlight, Teresa Lam from Corinthian Title, followed by our guest speakers, Sandi Franco, Maria Howard, Chase Kerr, and Joseph Nguyen. Just a reminder that to be eligible for today's raffle, you must be a WSGVR member and your name must be displayed to win. No telephone numbers will be accepted. Today, our affiliate spotlight will be brought to you by the Affiliate Committee Chair, Sage Gomez, and Vice Chair, Brandon Saransky. The floor is yours, Teresa.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm Teresa Lam from Corinthian Title Company. My challenge today is to get over this in 2 minutes, so I have to speak fast. I was born in China in a very religious family. As a matter of fact, a missionary family. I have 2 aunts that are nuns and an uncle, a priest. My parents met each other in a Catholic school. My mother was a principal and my father was a music director and teacher. They fell in love, thank God, and were married. I am the firstborn and am blessed with 6 wonderful siblings. We moved around a lot in our childhood because of our missionary. It took us out of China to Hong Kong, then Cambodia for 4 years. I was sent to live in a parochial boarding school in Macau for 3, then immigrated to US as a teenager. With all that travel as a child, I picked up languages easily. I spoke 3 dialects in Chinese and Vietnamese. I forgot quickly too, so I can't remember any more Vietnamese, so sorry. I also learned French, Cambodian, and Portuguese before I learned English. I took theater arts and music at Cal State LA. I was young and naive and wanted to find my own identity and the strength needed to navigate my life. First, I competed in Miss USA Chinatown in San Francisco, where I won the title of Miss Talent. I went on to acting for 10 years and did the whole 9 yards. I was a dancer, singer, and actress, signed up in a talent agency, Artist First. Then I went auditions, and auditions. That was the most remarkable time of my life. How did I get here? Well, life. Life has brought me here. I am so happy to be in the title business. I love my work because it's all about helping people to be successful. I love that challenge. And I am blessed to be working for Corinthian Title Company because my confidence as a title professional has grown immensely because of their weekly trainings, the real estate market updates, and the tools they give us that offer our agents the competitive edge they need. I can target specific leads that are the hope and opportunity they need to grow the business. So call me after this meeting and we can discuss our goals and learn how to assist you with your title needs. Thank you. How did I do? 2 minutes?
You did amazing.
Thank
you, Teresa. Please remember to support our affiliates with your transactions. Next, we're happy to include an open, isn't it open pitching?
Introduction.
Okay, then today, please. Okay, so I think I have something wrong. Next, we will moving on to our affiliates. We have Maria Howard from Old Republic Home Protection.
Good morning, everybody. Maria Howard here with our Republic Home Protection. So glad to be here and be one of your panelists. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. And we have John Wex from Snap NHD.
Good morning, everyone. John Wax with Snap NHD Natural Hazard Disclosures for all your NHD tax and environmental needs. Happy spring. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, John. And we have Hong Chang from Hong Chang Insurance.
Good morning, everyone. This is Hong from Hong Chang Insurance Agency. If you need anything about insurance, give me a call and have a nice day.
Thank you, Hong Chang. And then we have Nancy Chen from Lawyers Title. Is Nancy here?
Yeah, I'm here. I just have to unmute myself. Good morning, everybody. Lawyers Title, Nancy Chan, 39 years in the business. Next month, it'll be my 40th year. Thank you so much for your support and your friendship. Have a great day.
Thank you, Nancy. Next, we have Sandi Franco from First American Home Warranty.
Good morning, everyone. Sandi Franco, First American Home Warranty. Looking forward to being part of your panel in a few minutes.
Thank you, Sandy. And we have Angie Tang from First American Title.
Hi guys, good morning. Angie Tang, First American Title. Have a wonderful caravan. Talk soon.
Thank you, Angie. And we have Mark Wu from Allstate Insurance.
Good morning, everybody. Mark Wu with Allstate Insurance. We're ready to spring into actions for your buyer's insurance needs.
Thank you, Mark. And we have Unita Wu from Home Warranty of America.
Good morning, everyone. Unita Wu from Home Warranty of America, your 13 months home warranty. I just want to let you know, I just want to say happy spring and thank you again for all your home warranty needs. I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Thank you, Unita. And we have Cosmo Sanchez from New M Funding.
Happy spring, everyone. Cosmo Sanchez with New M Funding. Thank you.
Thank you, Cosmo. Lastly, we have Brandon Sabransky from First American NHD.
Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is having a fantastic start to their spring. This is Brandon Sabransky with First American NHD.
Thank you, Brandon. Please remember to support our affiliates with your transactions. Moving on, we are happy to include open pitching to our virtual MLS breakfast meeting. Today, we feature two listings from Stella Lau of Hans Investment Group. The floor is yours, Stella.
Let me unmute myself. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you, Stella. Go ahead.
Hi, good morning. This is an investment property for sale about less than 2 million located in Compton. It is a school building size about 4,464 square feet. Lot size 0.3 acres, built in 1946, 5.42% cap rate. The monthly income is very stable, 6,100, better than collecting rent from single residential family units. A great buy, must see. Please call me, text me at 626-991-1622. The next one, it is medical and office units for lease in Montclair. It is next to the other emergency facilities, memory care, and also very close to the shopping center and Costco's. The plaza is newly renovated. The unit is available by April. The unit is 1,163 square feet, $2 per square feet per year, plus triple net. Water and trash are included. There's a next building right next to this unit. It's a assisted living facility, which is currently remodeling, and it will be done by the end of this year. Thank you.
Thank you, Stella. At this time, I would like to introduce our moderator for today's panel, Mark Wu. He will be introducing our affiliate panel. The floor is yours, Mark.
All right, now can you hear me? I needed to be unmuted. Good morning, everybody. It's delightful to introduce our panels and guest speakers to you. I know they're going to bring it. And so a little bit about myself. I'm an agency owner with Allstate Insurance, been in the business for 33 years and part of the West San Gabriel board for over 20 years. And I'm going to give each panelist 30 seconds to introduce themselves. So I'll go down the order. Sandi, can you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. Sandi Franco, First American Home Warranty, 17 years in the industry and 8 years serving the West San Gabriel Valley.
And then next up is Maria Howard from Old Republic.
Good morning, everybody. Maria Howard here. I've been serving the real estate community 40 years, and I'm just happy to be here in the San Gabriel Valley. Thank you.
And I'd like to introduce Chase Kerr, a newer member of our affiliate committee from Morrison Plus Property Inspections.
Hi, everyone. Chase Kerr here, the Field Marketing Associate over here at Morrison. I'm happy to be here with you guys today.
And finally, Joseph Nguyen from Pillar to Post Home Inspectors.
Morning, everybody. This is Joseph with Pillar to Post Home Inspectors. Glad to be here with you guys, and hopefully we can update you guys on some cool information. Thank you, Mark.
You're welcome. Well, starting out with our very first questions from our one and only Sandi Franco. Does home warranty cover items that are called out on a home inspection report as not working?
No, we do not, as a matter of fact. So the home warranty covers things that are in good, safe working order at time of inspection or close of escrow. And if things have been called out on an inspection report, they're not covered. If it says not functional, it's not covered by your home warranty. If it says functional, it's covered. I mean, it's pretty much just that simple. If it's not functional and you get it repaired after the report, make sure you get a copy of the paid invoice showing that it was repaired and put that with your home inspection. Should something come up later, you can prove that you had the item fixed after it was determined to be not functional.
So functionality is the key, people. The next question, we're going to jump into the inspection side of the business, and this is for Chase. And can a home inspector offer buying advice?
So the short answer for that is no. The reason for that is the fact the home inspector's job is to inspect and perform a non-invasive examination of a home and its condition. And so essentially after we write our report, after our inspections, the purpose of those reports is to give the home buyer the proper information they need to make an educated decision whether or not to continue the buying process. And I know some buyers and some agents like to kind of get in the ear of a home inspector and see whether or not they should buy a home. And they're more than likely just going to get referred to the report and the summary review that the inspector is going to provide at the end of the inspection. And essentially that's because the last thing a home inspector wants is to be responsible for someone's major life decision, such as buying a home.
All right, great answer. And this gal will run marathons to answer service calls. So Maria Howard, does home warranty cover maintenance service calls?
No, we do not. If a home is not maintained well and it has pre-existing conditions, like the question Sandi answered earlier regarding if it's called out on a home inspection and the homeowner closes escrow and does not address those items, then we consider those pre-existing conditions, or they could be lack of maintenance. And sometimes secondary damages like fires, and when fires, the embers get into the HVAC system, that will clog up an HVAC from not working. So the unit didn't stop for normal wear and tear. It stopped working because something else caused it to stop working. So we call that secondary damages. So yes, we do not cover those. And it's really important that you address all those things before you close the sale.
Thank you so much. And then next up, this gentleman not only served our country, which I appreciate greatly, but he is servicing the industry. And Joseph, most realtors understand that a home inspection is a visual inspection and not invasive, but there are tools that can be utilized to get a deeper understanding of the condition of the homes. Can you shed light on that?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Mark, for all the kind words. But definitely, some of the cool tools that we definitely use as home inspectors are some water quality samples. Sometimes when a new home buyer, wants to know more about their home, we can grab some water samples from the kitchen or just around the home, and it tests for metals, bacteria. We can also use air quality samples to test for mold and allergens that could be in problem areas, as well as some other non-invasive tools such as moisture meters, laser thermometer to track temperature, and even thermal imaging camera. Thermal imaging camera can be one of the most useful tools by revealing things that we can't see with the naked eye. Although it's not an X-ray tool, it doesn't help us see through walls, but it can show us temperature anomalies and kind of help us with our inspections and give a lot more information to clients, such as leaks, electrical heat, or possibly even mold and insects.
Very good. Then back to the gal that continues to live the dream in the valley. Sandi, can you offer a home warranty to your sellers? How does that work?
Absolutely, and it's a great tool to use on a listing appointment, by the way, for agents. You can have coverage during the listing period. It's pretty nominal. The fee is not much. It's basic coverage with air conditioning. You don't get to cover your options like pools and refrigerators, but it's a great tool to help your sellers protect what is going to be their profit, especially if their house is older and it may look nice that they've maintained it, but maybe the plumbing is old, or maybe the water heater is ready to go and the dishwasher is not quite up to speed anymore. These are things that are covered with seller's coverage, and you can be a rock star hero to your clients if it's something that you mention that they can protect their investment by just having literally pennies on the day coverage during the listing period, and then it rolls over to the buyer after escrow closes, and it's seamless. So it's super easy to do, and it's a great tool for agents to use on listing appointments.
Thank you so much. And Chase, do home inspectors determine if a house is up to code or not?
So that's kind of a unique question, but the answer is no. Most home inspectors are very knowledgeable and well-versed in local codes. However, they will not actually sign off on a building's code compliance. So although an inspector might be able to point something out to you and point out that something might not be up to code, they won't officially sign off, but rather suggest further review or correction by a specialist in that area. Because home inspection and code compliance are different, a home inspector reporting outside of his or her authority could put both the customer and themselves at risk for liability.
All right, very good. And Maria, what is the #1 claim and why?
Well, the #1 claim in a home warranty, most people think it's HVAC systems, but in fact it isn't. It's plumbing. And the reason being is because, remember, you're selling homes that are older, and they're not always the stoppages or potential plumbing problems are not visible to the naked eye. In fact, I believe my home inspectors on here would agree that most times their recommendation is always to go a little further with the due diligence. And what does that mean? What it means is that if you need to hire somebody to come and do a sewer or camera scoping, that's really super important, and especially in an older home. And if you look outside of the yard and you see that there's a lot of trees that are close to the structure, you have to remember that those tree roots can grow pretty far and they can cause havoc on most home plumbing situations. So always make sure that you do the extra, make the recommendations. I realize some homeowners will not do that, but it's really important that you make the recommendation. Again, it's just a way to mitigate any future problems. Thank you.
Very good. And then back to Joseph. What should a realtor do prior to the home inspection?
Realtors do a lot. And I just want to say to those that have done this, definitely made the home inspection process way easier. Especially things like ensuring all the areas of the home is accessible if possible. I understand sometimes we have home inspections where the current homeowners are still there, but having accessibility definitely helps us in our job. Just like the crawl space, the basement, attic, the roof, and garage if possible. And another thing is if 8 realtors could also have all the systems be at least readily turned on, such as the water, electrical, gas, heating, water heater. If these things are off, we can't fully evaluate it. But unless it has to be off, then by all means, leave it off.
All right, thank you, Joseph. And Sandy, can people who already own their homes get a home warranty? And then is an inspection required if they can?
They absolutely can. It's not quite the same price as a transaction going through escrow, but it's not that much more. It's no inspection. I'm going to speak broadly here because I'm pretty sure that all of us are the same. There's no inspection required to start coverage. We all pretty much ask the same question in the same way. Is everything in good, safe working order? You say yes, we say go. And it's effective immediately after payment is received. So it's not just something for people who are going through a real estate transaction, who are buying or selling a home. Homeowners who already own their home and for whatever reason let it expire after the first year, or just discovered the home warranty industry after owning their home for 5 or 6 years, absolutely can get a home warranty and help keep their costs down for the repairs and maintenance that come up in owning a home.
Thank you so much. And then Chase, do home inspectors check for termite damage or termites?
So again, kind of a unique question. The answer is no. Home inspectors do not check for termites. The reason for this is that although most home inspectors are qualified to identify termite activity, termite inspections and home inspections are two different things, and they're distinctly different and serve different purposes. Every state has different licensing and certifications between home inspectors and termite inspectors, California being a state where they're not the same license. So although a home inspector will be able to, and they will point out evidence of damage maybe caused by insects or bugs, they're going to suggest further review by a specialist, who in this case would be an actual termite inspector. So at that point, it's up to the customer to choose whether or not to investigate further on that side of things.
All right, Maria, well, you got to keep this within, this could be a whole class, but how does what does home warranty cover and what does it not cover?
Well, we cover the systems and appliance inside a single family home, condominium, townhomes, mobile homes, single family residence up to 4. Now, what we don't cover is sprinklers. Sometimes I get calls, do you cover the sprinklers, or do you cover something, a latch or something on a house that's outside of the main structure? And the answer is no. We cover the systems and appliances. How does that work? Everything must be in good working order. And that means that the homeowner has a responsibility to maintain the timeline on maintenance on their home. It's just like doing the maintenance and oil checkups on your car. It's just like doing your annual visual eye exam. As you can see, I wear glasses, and going to the dentist. When we fail to follow through with that maintenance protocol, we end up with problems down the line. And then what happens, we get a conundrum, something goes wrong, we call in our home warranty company, and then it turns out it is not a covered item because it was from failure to secondary damages, lack of maintenance, or even improper installation. And what does that mean? Some of these electrical boxes cannot be up to code. We get things that homeowners do a little Jiminy, a quick fix, and they think that duct tape will work, and they call in, and guess what? It's not a covered item. You really, the maintenance portion of home ownership is essential in this when you have home warranty coverage.
Thank you so much. And Joseph, what should realtor, how has the inspection industry been affected by the pandemic, and how have some inspection companies adapted to that?
Yeah, so definitely the pandemic has affected a lot of businesses across the nation, and we've seen an impact. And lately, since the market's been going crazy, there's been a huge number of inspectors just going out looking, inspecting homes. So nowadays, we've been taking advantage of all sorts of communication technology via just, reporting, sending the reports via email to making sure that we're maintaining social distancing and there's nothing physical being transferred from one person to another. Another thing is just using, phone calls and Zoom to review the reports, definitely shifting a lot of it to a virtual review. partnership with our realtors is even more important now than ever. And we are doing all that we can to support one another. So yeah, definitely working through it to get with each other.
All right, thank you. Sandi, how has the pandemic and subsequent shutdown affected the home warranty industry?
Well, just like everyone else, our technicians are, they're business owners, they're homeowners, they have children. So they had to do everything that we had to do, start working from home. Some of these smaller companies weren't geared for it. They didn't have phone systems that they could forward from their house to their home and then or try to transfer all their business to their cell phones. They had to homeschool their kids. They had a lot of problems. So the first 6 months were pretty tough. We had our challenges making sure that we could service everyone in a timely manner. It's gotten a little bit better, but then people don't realize that a lot of the parts for our systems and appliances come from overseas. And that channel of business was almost completely shut down for 6 months. So we went through all the inventory we had for everything on the planet in 6 months. And now people are waiting months for things they used to wait days for. If it's not a standard item like a double oven, which are not that popular, you could end up waiting months for one because they're just not manufacturing them because the demand is not high and they have to catch up on the things that they are in high demand. So it's affected everything from the technicians being able to service with all of the limitations we have, but to the parts and to the systems themselves, not having it here available to get from their supply houses. So a little patience goes a long way.
And Chase, can a home inspector kill a deal?
So I would consider this a common misconception within the home inspection industry. And many inspectors can actually get labeled as what you would be labeled as deal killers because of their thorough inspections. Home inspections are performed again to provide the home buyer with enough information to make an informed decision. And this misconception of a home inspector killing a deal, I believe stems from the fact that no one really likes to receive bad news, especially when a buyer is pretty excited about a particular home, along with the emotions both from agents and buyers that go into finding the perfect home for someone, all to be kind of crashed down by an issue that might arise during a home inspection. So I think it's important to note that essentially in order for the home inspection industry to stay reliable and trusted, home inspectors need to go out and perform impartial inspections. So that way the buyer can make the best decision possible for his or her family. And I think it's important also, after all, if it were you buying a home, you would want a thorough inspection performed. And that's kind of our goal at the end of the day.
Awesome. All right. And then Maria, are all home warranties coverages the same?
No, we're not. And I bring that up because yesterday I brought it up on a call on an office meeting, and I really clearly, strongly wanted to illustrate the fact that whomever you're working with, whether it's me, Sandi, or any of the other home warranty companies that are part of the West San Gabriel Valley, it's super important that you know the name of the coverage you are providing for your homeowner, because we all have different upgraded plans. We have things that are covered and not covered. There's limitations. There's also plan coverages that are different. What our plan limit might be, it may not be the same for the other home warranty companies. So I really, really emphasize that, because there's nothing more frustrating than you calling in for a service call and you thought that the coverage you provided had X, Y, and Z. Again, it becomes a conundrum, just really frustrated for the homeowner and even for yourself. And more so because it can affect your business, because we know we work off referrals. So your referral database is important because that's what you're working on your sphere every day. So make sure you understand the coverages. Get a copy of each of the plans. Keep them in your home office. Keep them in your offices if you're going in right now. Always have a copy of the home warranty that you are providing and hand it to the homeowner for their review. This helps them and educates them. And also, you're always welcome to call the reps. We are more than happy to help and assist them and explain how the mechanics and what is the process when they need to call in for service. So always make sure that you understand the coverages. Thank you.
Awesome. And Joseph, Are home inspectors required to be licensed in the state of California?
So interesting enough, as tough as California is, home inspectors only need to be certified in order to operate in California through a private or non-governmental organization, such as ASHI, the American Society of Home Inspectors, CREA, the California Real Estate Inspection Association, or INTRNACHI, International Association of Certified Home Inspectors. It's always definitely always a good idea to vet your inspectors before working with them, because they can still technically work as a home inspector without being certified. So definitely do your due diligence, guys.
All right. Well, these guys were so great at keeping everything prompt, and we still have some time to field some questions. So Sandi, I'm going to give you the first one, and it kind of, there's two of them that kind of combine. So this is from Mary Scott, and it says, does home warranty cover plumbing stoppages or plumbing leak? Followed up with Tom Tsang's question of, well, who covers the secondary damages?
Oh, good times. Absolutely. As Maria said, plumbing is our #1 claim for the industry. So as long as the plumbing stoppage or leak is within the main foundation, fantastic. And then we go out and run a snake, and we'll run the snake up to 125 feet, which will put you in the yard. Fantastic, still covered. Clear that, problem solved. But let's go a step further and say that your leak has caused secondary damage. Home warranties don't cover secondary damage. We cover what caused the failure, the actual leaking pipe. The leaking pipe does damage to walls or floors. That's not something we are going to be involved with the home warranty. That's something Mark's going to be involved with the homeowner's insurance. That's the call you'd make, because the home warranties do not cover secondary damage. We all state it specifically in our contracts. Homeowners have the responsibility to mitigate their damages. If something is leaking and causing secondary damage, turn the water off. Don't use whatever's leaking to cause further damage. And that's the homeowner's responsibility to do as a homeowner, to mitigate their own damages so they don't have extensive secondary damages or let the secondary damages continue. But a home warranty is never going to cover secondary damages.
And again, because I'm in insurance, secondary damage is covered oftentimes by many home insurance companies, but know that a leak is not. That's considered a maintenance issue. It has to be a bursted pipe that causes the damage and not just a leak. Since there's not another inspection questions, I'm going to throw this out and to one of you guys. When is it prudent to get a second opinion and order a second home inspection? Chase or Joseph, who wants to take that one?
That's a good question. Typically, it's good to have a second home inspection if, say, an inspector inspects or evaluates a system and it wasn't working at the time of inspection, and then the seller or the buyer has that system repaired. It's good to have that inspector come out again and have that re-inspection of that unit. Because typically, a lot of our inspection reports are a snapshot in that time of the inspection. So everything I inspected today, for example, March 25th, 2021, would just be a snapshot of today. And then from now until a day later or a week later, things could happen in between. So if the seller has like the HVAC system repaired and it wasn't working at the time of the inspection, that's a pretty good time to have your inspector to come out and evaluate it again.
All right, Maria, will home warranty companies take care of the repairs of those defects shown in the inspection report before close of escrow?
No, because if it was shown on the inspection report and they didn't address it prior to close and they call in for service, that's considered a pre-existing condition. Again, these home inspection reports are just not there to be taken lightly. If you're going to offer a concession prior to close of escrow for that repair, make sure that the homeowner follows through, because the next thing is that if they call in for service, again, it's not a covered item. And like Sandi had said in the beginning of the session here, is that make sure you get a copy and a receipt from a certified technician that did the work. You can't have a handyman. That's not acceptable for us. We like for you to get a licensed contractor per that electrical, plumbing, or HVAC, or whatever it is, and make sure that you keep those receipts that the work was done. Always remember, a paper trail in this business is essential, because it's your a way of showing proof of what you said actually occurred.
Okay. And I'm going to throw out another inspection questions, because I'm not receiving anybody's getting them. A lot of home warranty questions. Maybe we need to have a home warranty class, but do home inspections company carry general liability, or required to carry general liability insurance or E&O?
I can speak that I understand a lot of us carry E&O insurance, but myself personally, we carry up to $1 million of liability coverage, and it's always a good idea to have that in case something, a home is huge. We try to cover as much as we can. I'm not saying we're not thorough. We do our very best, but once in a while, sometimes these weird things happen, and we definitely want to be protected and making sure our clients are protected as well.
Awesome. Sandi from Ling Chow, when appliances, AC, heaters, toasters, whatever, dishwashers don't work after closing, and if there's a need to replace, are there any out-of-pocket expenses? And is that on an individual item, or is that on a per house basis?
Generally speaking, appliances don't have any out-of-pocket costs. If your dishwasher needs to be replaced, pretty standard. We offer you a dishwasher and you either accept it or you don't accept it. Home warranties do not match your brand. They match your features. If you have a Bosch dishwasher and it needs to be replaced, you are not getting a Bosch dishwasher. You're going to get a dishwasher that has the same features as your Bosch, but it's not going to say Bosch on the front. Homeowners then have the option to take a cash out, which is the home warranty's cash value of the job, not the retail cash value of the job, so they can buy whatever they want by throwing their own money in, or however they do it. There are out-of-pocket costs when we replace entire systems and appliances, air conditioning units, water heaters, furnaces. The home warranty covers the majority of it, but the homeowners are going to come out of pocket. But the best thing an agent can do is tell your clients that your home warranty is there to offset your out-of-pocket expenses. Don't make the promise that we're coming in like fairy godmothers and covering everything, and 100% of everything is covered. If you use the words offset your out-of-pocket costs, they'll understand that some things are not going to be covered, because we don't cover modifications that the technician may have to make for new systems or appliances that are super old and have to be brought up to current code. So it's best to just say that we're there to help offset their costs. But in most cases, in many cases, 100% of the claim is covered.
All right.
Mark, I
Yes.
want to just piggyback. Everything Sandi said was correct, but the one question she asked was, do you cover toasters? The answer is no.
Oh, didn't hear that.
You didn't ask that. I threw that in.
I did. I wanted to make sure, Sandi, you don't cover toasters. Those weird questions.
No air
All
fryers,
right.
no toasters, no Instapots.
Just try to test your knowledge as the moderator. Has a little bit freedom, so.
Check with the manufacturer.
Hey Chase, do inspection companies validate how much life on a roof there is?
All right, I'm sorry, Mark, can you repeat your question one more time? I was trying to
Yes. Do inspectors validate the life expectancy on a roof that they inspect?
I would say pretty much every home inspector, they're not going to be able to give you a exact answer, but they will give you an estimate on the remaining life of your roof.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If a home inspector could determine how old each roof is, that home inspector is going to be a really rich home inspector.
Yes, indeed.
Speaking as an insurance agent, I always get that thrown back to us when we question the roof condition, because that is something that can invalidate us providing insurability. And they always said, but the inspector said that there's 10 years remaining, it won't leak. So know that is just an opinion, and that won't get you very far. We have still a few more minutes, so there's a couple questions on roof leaks. Let's see, it's Maria's turn. So it says roof leaks is one of the biggest problems during rains. Could you elaborate on what home warranty covers? There was another question. Let's see, was that the same? Go ahead, Maria, while I.
Well, I'm gonna
Oh,
speak.
yeah, it does the home warranty, I guess, cover up to a year if there's a leak or after.
Okay, so I'm gonna speak frankly here on the coverage. So roof coverage has limitations. Number one, it's to repair or patch. We don't replace. So if the life expectancy, which is the million-dollar question here, you said people would get rich if they could give the age of a roof, touche. But if the life expectancy goes over and that roof needs to be replaced, the plan limit will not work for that. Again, it's patch and repair over the main structure of the home. Many homes have attached garages, and so a leak may occur in the garage area. Well, the garage is not the actual living space of a single family residence. So roof coverage is really, it's very hard to denote, again, because number one, it's not called out easily on a home inspection. And second of all, they typically don't show up until rainy season. So if that is a huge concern for a homeowner, that's when they do their extra due diligence and hire a roof contractor to come in and inspect the roof, just like they would do the HVAC, the plumbing, and the electrical. Those extra aside from a typical home inspection.
Awesome. Sandy, I just thought of this one. I'm sorry, in ADUs, if there is a additional dwelling unit, and it's separate, detached, does that require 2 home warranties or just one?
Separate coverage, so it can be attached to the same policy, but it's 2 separate coverages, 2 separate charges. If you can access the ADU through the main house, then there's no extra coverage needed. If you cannot access the ADU from the house, even if it's attached to the house, you can't enter it from the main house into the ADU, then you need separate coverage. Otherwise, nothing in that ADU will be covered.
Awesome. And hey, Joseph, same question for your industry. Is that one charge or separate charges if there's a detached separate ADU?
Oh, that would definitely be an additional because there's more systems to take a look at for home inspections. If it was just the main house, then and you have access through it from the main house, it would just be the one single charge. But if it's separated, it'd be a different an additional charge just to check out that portion of the property as well.
Awesome. Well, I just wanted to show my gratitude and appreciation for our fine panelists for just the informative and their knowledge in their industry. And I would encourage you, members of our West San Gabriel board, to just at times show, utilize the services of our affiliates that are committed to our board, because I know you have many choices, but sometimes we may want to be thrown a bone. Thank you so much and have a fabulous spring. And give it up for our panelists.
Thank you for moderating, Mark.
Mark.
Good job.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, everybody.
Right. It was a pleasure, Sandy, Maria, and Chase.
Yeah, fun.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Back to you, Tom.
Thank you, Mark, Sandy, Maria, Chase, and Joseph. On behalf of the West San Gabriel Valley Realtors, we would like to thank our guest speakers. Now, moving on to the attendance drawing. Please type in your DRE number, name, and email in the chat box if you win the raffle, so we can confirm your presence and email you the gift card. Anna Wu, congratulations.
Anna Wu is here.
Great.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you. Please type in your email, Anna.
Edward Lopez.
Not here.
Joe.
Joe is here.
Great.
Joe, can you acknowledge or type in your email address, please?
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
John Fan.
Joan
Joanne
is
Fan.
here. Joan, you know how to unmute yourself, or if you don't, just type in your email address on chat box. Joan?
I'm here.
Okay,
Great.
type in your email address, okay? Thank you.
You're welcome.
And that's all the raffles we have for today.
That was easy today, huh?
Yeah, high attendance rate. Moving on, please make sure to participate in our education classes. A list of upcoming classes is displayed on your screen. First, we have CRMLS virtual training, and it will be on Wednesday, April 7th from 9 to 10 a.m. Then we have virtual zip form training on Monday, April 12th, between 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. The cost is free. We also have Glide for Forms on April 15th between 1 and 2 p.m. It is also a free class. Lastly, we have virtual training from Glide Overview on April 21st at 9 to 10. Once again, it is also free. And we have WSGVR Global Community is partnering with South Bay Association of Realtors and Arcadia Association of Realtors to bring you this informative discussion on Prop 19 and the impact on global real estate. Please register today. It is today at 11 to 12:30 p.m. Next. Thank you everyone for joining our meeting today. Please join us next week as we welcome the planning manager from the city of St. Gabriel. Please support our affiliates with your transactions. This meeting is now adjourned. This is Tom Zeng from TJ Management. Thank you for joining us today. Have a fantastic weekend.